Hello, and welcome to another Interstellar Transport Company Let's Play. This is Northstar. Apologize, I'm a little out of it. It's cold, I'm freezing, even though I'm bundled up to nines, including wearing a hat inside. Heat's not working, and it's a family member I'm staying with. Lives in poverty, there's not much money to repair it right this second. I'm disabled with long COVID. Trying to get this YouTube channel where it earns money through advertising, but it's so difficult to get there. And let me remind you folks something. If you're not aware that this is a fact, it's just something people try not to accept. What you get paid has nothing to do with the value of the work you do. It only has to do with what the demand is, what the supply and demand is of labor in your field. So if you're easily replaced, if there's a lot of unemployment because, maybe even an entirely different sector had mass layoffs and there's competition, all sorts of kind of things can depress wages. Uh, Also, there tend to be impacts of perceived uh, hierarchy, social value of a job that just influence negotiations for wages, and some jobs um, are in sectors where it's more consolidated. There's just a few companies that provide all the employment, so they don't have to bid against each other for the best workers. That affects family members' wages. I disabled on COVID, screwed out of Social Security disability because some of the work I did when I was healthy was for university while I was a graduate student. And even though the same work would have gotten SSDI eligibility work credits if it had been for profit, private instead for a nonprofit university, because this stupid exemption that was carved out of payroll taxes in the 90s, which of course benefits the employers because they don't have to pay their 7.5% into payroll taxes and screws over a lot of people who might, get screwed out of Social Security disability. This is a common problem. People who do grad school getting screwed out. If there's a work credit system, Switzerland has a similar thing, and there's been people who got disabled with long COVID right out of grad school. Maybe they've been working for a few years, but because the number of work credits increases with age, not how long since you finished grad school or whatnot, they got screwed. This is neoliberalism, and this is what it leads to. Neoliberalism is the ideology of deregulation and such. Anyways, I'm a big capitalist business mogul in the solar system running transport all over. I took a look at my routes and looks like there are a couple small problems on the Earth Mars network. There's one ship that technically isn't carving a profit. The issue seems to be them. I have too much capacity on the Earth Mars route. Earth Luna is doing all right. I took a look at that just to show 8 ships solely on it. Um, Even though it's a very short distance, they spend a lot of time loading and unloading. My space buses are getting old. Might sell them soon. What I can do, I got KH1 Cunes on Earth Mars, and they're still in pretty good condition. Is create a new route. Don't want to do this off camera and have people like, "What? You did stuff off camera?" I mean, sometimes Earth Venus. I already have the gates. I should have probably set up a route a while ago. I'll just assign some ships from the Earth Mars route to serve Venus. Some of the Cunes. Um, it's actually a shorter distance than the Earth Mars route because the maximum distance Earth and Venus can be apart is smaller. And they also come into um, alignment more frequently, too, it's worth noting. If a ship breaks down, though, the planets will move further because they orbit faster. So it's not perfect, but wait, did I say Venus? God. Mercury. I'm a little out of it with my long COVID, which makes it hard to focus. Plus, being so cold, which makes it harder. sorry, Mercury, where I have the gates. Said Venus and did Venus. You can see there's a lot of unmet demand on Mercury. Food, water, and machinery, which just happens to be what these cunes are transporting. Water, machinery, also quite a bit of consumer goods, but there's some demand for that too. Not an insane amount, but some. A couple cunes, they're not the fastest or enormous ships, although they're sizable. I think it's 75 cargo capacity in one of these. This one has more of an emphasis on water instead of machinery. So actually, I might want to stick this on Earth Mercury. I hate when it does that. You can't see the things when you reassign. The menu should re-minimize, but doesn't. I don't think that's going to be enough ships, though, so I'm going to reassign 2, 3. Some of the oldest ships. Ah. Do 9 and 10, and that will be enough capacity removed from the Earth-Mars route. And Earth-Mars is now down to 15 ships. It was at 21, which is a little over the top. Earth-Mercury has 6 ships assigned, all cunes. All somewhat older, but they're still in decent condition and above 8% deterioration. So they're still pretty reliable, and they have a lot of excess repair capacity. Those shipments do get delayed. Eventually, the machinery will fill up. If I wanted, I could build a robotics factory, I think. No. Plant habitability needs to be less than 36%. Development 100. That'll happen eventually. No weapons factory. Yeah, no, once development reaches 100%, I could set up a machinery factory in Mercury. It's just to keep up demand for, or sorry, robotics, just to keep up demand for machinery. Can also do a machinery factory if I really wanted to transport rare resources to Mercury. Interestingly. Then there'd be a Mercury moon route or dilithium fuel refineries, and then I get to transport more water here. But yeah, for now, just mixing this unmet demand. Yeah, I'll pause it. The music was getting to me while I had it paused. Let's go. Maybe turn the speed down a tiny bit. What was that to here? Cargo protocols? Yeah, cargo protocols 3, and then thruster efficiency 3. Since faster trips reduces cargo maintenance. Cargo efficiency allows, I guess, a little more efficient use of the gates. It's not unimportant. Looks like Gate rent, ship fuel. Fuel is obviously enormous cost, and yeah, cargo protocols does make more efficient use of fuel. Cargo maintenance isn't nothing. Yeah, maybe I actually do want cargo efficiency 1 instead of cargo protocols 3. Just because of fuel and gates. But I have a lot of excess gate capacity right now. So maybe not. Anyways. Just mastering this solar system instead of doing interstellar stuff yet, even though I could. But it would stretch my already somewhat constrained finances a little. But yeah, those ships, they've been Earth Mercury. There's still some making the trip from Mars to Earth. And once they arrive, Mars, they redirect to Mercury instead of going. Yeah, I should optimize this route though. I don't want to them pick up stuff there's no demand for. So food, water, consumer goods, machinery, stuff. That stupid thing was always playing in my left ear on that when I zoomed down. That was annoying. Let's see. Food, water, consumer goods, machinery. There's also a demand for weapons there if there were any. Though there's no weapons no, there isn't a demand for weapons, and there's no weapons manufacturing, so that's stupid. Alright. And there shouldn't be anything to transport back except for passengers at this point right now. Yeah, it's all red. And then on Mercury, food, machinery. Anything else? Should be water. This just makes it easier to see what there is. And there shouldn't be anything to pick up except passengers. This allows me to tell at a glance what's on a given route. So it'll take a little while for the ships to actually get assigned to the route they'll be doing. You can see water now being transported, water, machinery, goods. Looks like it's 49 consumer goods and 1 medicine to Mercury. Still a bit over capacity on the Earth-Mars route. This is a huge emphasis on machinery, which will eventually peter out though. So I'd like to reassign something that this Kuhn doesn't do much machinery. It's mostly water. It's mostly water. Kuhn's 15 and 16 loss of area assigned. ones that remain have high emphasis on machinery. Probably excessive if I were to guess. I've got these big Vishal water haulers mostly. Going to Mars. Mars doesn't have that much demand for water, so sometimes they were finding they couldn't deliver, couldn't get paid, or weren't filling their capacity to begin with water. No gate on Callisto. What gate's down there? Oh, just one. Not horrendously expensive. We'll grab grade 10. Yeah, it's just next to this one. I don't want an insane number of gates, but I definitely want 2. Wait, Callisto only has... Oh, that's Luna. Callisto has 1 ship. It's a Jahil. Transports rares to Callisto. To help at the weaponry factory. And then Earth Callisto, that's got 7 ships. There's 8 going to Callisto in total. Also all Jahil's. Water. Consumer goods. Looks like they're all identical. Or almost identical. Yeah, there's still a significant unmet demand for water. Even a little for food, which I am transporting when there's need of it. It occurs to me, Lunas produces a surplus of food, and there is need for food in Callisto still. So I will say, there, food can be transported as well. The rares ever end up running out of demand. At least while there is demand for food, which won't be forever, but close to meeting the capacity for rares. It's probably because of drones competing though for a lot of it. I guess. 24 passengers are at the Callisto on a drone? Really? Hmm. 170 and 10. Is there anything else I could transport this route? No. I should just forget about it. There. So making a little more profit after redirecting some stuff from Earth Mars to Earth Mercury. Shorter trip. Short maximum distance. And when they're close, they're not that much further apart. I think they're slightly further apart, but Europa's upgrade dilithium mine. Yeah, that's right. I built 3 mines and I upgraded 2 of them. Didn't bother with the third, thinking local authorities would eventually do, and they just finally did. payouts for delivering dilithium crystals are terrible, though, so I haven't bothered with actually doing more capacity. Let's see. Europa is not quite self-sufficient on food, though it might actually get there. His own water. Machinery and goods. I'll eventually run out of demand for machinery. So transferring water, though, eventually I'll have to retool these to stop transferring water. Cool. Fast forward a bit, let things run. Alright, I've got service to Europa. I don't have any gates on, so my company reputation is suffering for lack of service there. At least the office slows the rate of decline. I founded the colony there, but my reputation is already down 68%. I have gates on Ganymede, but no service. Maybe I should do service to Io at this point. Or Ganymede. Let's see. It's like minus 18 food and water, another 5 goods. Trying to decide which is better. Ganymede has much smaller net demands than Io. Why is that? Population is larger on Io. Weird. Why is it larger population? Maybe the rare resources mine plays into it. Jobs. That's my best guess. That's how that works. It could add a rare resources mine on Ganymede. No, rare, raw. Ganymede. Raw materials. Ability is actually higher on Ganymede, which should lead to more population growth, at least natural. It's a distribution hub, not a receiving center, but I think they're the tech for direct ground deliveries. The AI, I don't think. Not really seeing. Oh no, there's a receiving center. Oh, they're undercutting. I see. From Ganymede, they're transporting rares. Bloody A. But yeah, there's a route from Ganymede to Callisto of rare materials. Except from Luna, I didn't realize that mine had been. Did I say from Ganymede? No, not yet. Why do they have a distribution that's probably for passengers? Sorry, from Io. That's where it is. One mine's not going to be enough. Let's do another rare resource mine. Io. Wait a little bit, see if it gets upgraded. Or at least let stuff accumulate. To improve my reputation, I'll upgrade the spaceport in a second. let's do this. Gets me a gate. Cruiser up, so better prices. Alright, so I can transport rares from Io to Callisto. That's actually where it is. Let's do the route. That are in the way of rares, but there's not actually that much unmet. And I could set up a distribution hub in theory. Callisto if I did drone tech and Dover food to Callisto. No, I have very little in the way of or Europa. Bloody autosave. Maybe I want to turn that off. I don't see anything to do with autosave here. Okay. Alright, how many transferring food to Europa? Probably because there's a small demand. That won't be for long, so Europe is the smallest moon of Jupiter, so it's the most efficient place to land stuff. Just need drone tech. Which I'm gonna need anyways eventually for fuel efficiency tech. I have the tech for it, although I'll need a receiving hub on IO. I mean on IO on IO for food. Let's do water. Since I was always gonna need water and Europa is eventually gonna start running a small surplus. Hub planets by moons. Yeah, let's do it. I haven't experimented much with this stuff, but it's actually useful. the drones are much smaller, annoyingly, on level 1 hubs, so level 2 medium drones. What am I doing for time? 30 minutes. Alright. That didn't freeze at all. Okay. Water, deliver and distribute to Europa. Also be some local. And food. Since deliver and distributes to the in-network stuff to the other plants first, I don't think next hop demand will be an issue. Guess I'll find out. Turn Europa into distribution hub for stuff, basically. Got all these excess gates. This works fine. Start with 1. An IO Callisto, that will be a matter of rares, and I'll probably actually build a ship for that or repurpose one. This is about supplying IO in large part. There we go, that'll improve my reputation. By gate 2. There we go. Receiving center at gate 3. 4 and 8. Normal stuff. Distribution hub. Receiving center. I don't even have service to Ganymede. Receiving center. Ganymede as well. Transport food there that arrived in Europa. Still all these excess gates. Should probably set up a receiving center here on Callisto as well. As much as I hate it. Another gate. Additional ships. Receiving center. There we go. Don't need to transport that much water Europa because it does produce its own. Machinery can still be transported. Let's see, and I bring dilithium crystals back to Earth from here. Yep. And duplicate that Jaheel. Here we go. It's probably as low as I want to go on reserve finding anyways. Rhea Spaceport was upgrade. Rhea is a moon of Saturn, isn't it? Lovely. Some point I'll sub service there. This is not worth my time right now. Jupiter's way more profitable. What happened to all the music? It's kind of annoying, but oh, there we go. No sooner I say that than got some. Mars around less overcapacity now. I still want to redirect some more stuff to go to Mercury. Yeah, I'll send this ship that's currently on Mars to Earth Mercury. Oh yeah, Mercury needs a size 7 won't work for Geodan's wallet. Darn it. I'm not transferring food to Mercury yet. Let's take this, the newest of the Cunes. Water, goods. Turn the machinery storage to food. Sit still. Gets to Earth. Lose machinery storage. Oop. Upgrade. Trying to change the ship's cargo base, not air quote upgrade it to entirely different ship class. Outdated one at that. There we go. Need a little more emphasis on water. Consumer goods too. Probably over capacity on that. There we go. Qn 14. KH1 Qn 14. Track a ship like so. Watch as it comes in. Renegades and Callisto again. Just grab gate 16 then. See any drones going from Europa though. To be fair, they haven't yet met all the demand there. There we go, another Geo. Okay, a little closer than I probably should, but lots of food that can be brought in to Europe and then distributed by drone elsewhere. Sorry, somewhere produces surplus of water. I wanted a distribution hub. This might be worse on fuel and stuff, though the drones do use fuel, I'm very sure. It takes advantage of gates I already had, and well, more efficient use of surface buildings too, like the maintenance sheds. For instance, if I get such a large capacity coming in, I do a fourth. I know it won't go to waste. Europe doesn't have many other things it can build, unlike Io and Ganymede, which can both host various mines. Callisto too, actually. Except dilithium on Europa, but there's just not enough demand for the vast quantities already being built. I mean, mined dilithium. At least not right now. Still hardly any rare resources on Io. Stockpiled. Alright. Another rare resource mine. Ship is out to start a new colony on Mintaka 2A. Ah, so Alpha Transport has started doing interstellar stuff. Well, I mean, Earth's got enough dilithium fuel stored up for that. I haven't done any of the techs for interstellar ships, except the Andromeda rockets. No, the Andromeda is not work capable. What am I saying? It's this Centauri. So I could do it. I mean, it cost most of my current tech. WA1 certification. And then eventually get the WB1. We'll see how that colony does. And Taka. All the way over here. 2A. So that's the moon. Why the moon? The planet has more habitability. Oh, it's got way more water. It's got raw and rare materials. Genetic material. Ooh, that's rare. Probably build an office there. The colony doesn't instantly die off. So my reputation loss from not actually providing service there. Alright, well, I'd like to do Iokalista routes. There has to be rare materials stored up to actually do it. Alright. Upgrade that rare resource mine. There we go. Now it's starting to develop a real surplus. Ah, and drones from Europa to Ganymede with food. Cool. You still want to do Earth Ganymede service for passengers and such, but that will at least supplement whatever food is on the ships. Alright, Io Callisto. There's a source of rares. And nothing else, really. Callisto is a sink for rares. But it's also a net food producer. Interesting. So it's all dry goods storage and passengers. Keep an eye on Callisto for now. There's not a security station IO, is there? Because there is weapons. Nope. Could build one if I really wanted. Where's the security station around here? Here. Japan's got another one. Prices for weapons are decent. All right. What's the potential demand if I build a security station just as a sink? 3 opens a week on that. That's nothing. Not worth the cost. 50 minutes here. Yeah, I don't have much longer. I apologize, you guys. The wait. Size 9. Spaceport and IO. Coiso 7. So ain't no ships that can't be used with at least size 7. Spell the GL, they last forever. Any new ships I buy are these usually. Although this is massive overcapacity. There's no way I'm gonna use this much. Maybe just a Vishal. Cost less than a Geo. Doesn't last as long, but it's less insanely over capacity. Also, I can build up a Vishal right on IO. Yeah, I'll do that. It's food and rares. Manufacturer at IO. There we go. New Vishal. Single ship. Da, da, da. There are 2 rares a week. Production 11 demand. It'll be more production than demand, but whatever. 13-week food. Eat. Yeah, same thing. There's however, there's a way to wait for full load but only launch once there's demand for it. There isn't. Oh well. Ship's gonna very often find it. There isn't enough demand. People want to migrate from IO to Ganymede? What? I guess there is more habitability in Ganymede. Snow's the colonists there. There's actually tourists going from coast to Ohio. That's interesting. Titania spaceport upgrade. Brief blip of Earthgate being over capacity. Earthgates. Tonka 2A has been founded. Soon we'll have to go. You know what? This is dirt cheap. I'll build a small local office. Just to start. Hmm. Geo, Earth Europa. Security station. Mintaka shut down due to lack of weaponry. Unsurprising. Just built one and then instantly shut down. Centauri rocket with 15 food, it looks like. And water? Guess there's more water and storage than food. A transport upgrade office and a security station shutting down. Their network seems to be a little over capacity here. This whole system. Even with the handful of Kuhns they have. But that's a Jaheel. I've never seen the AI actually build a Colton Jaheel before. Guess they got the tech for it because they didn't go out of business. Usually the AI ends up out of business like European space lines. They have some net worth. From infrastructure, I bet they're just never going to come out of debt, it looks like. Or bankruptcy, whatever they're in. Another Northstar colony ship. Hope they can service these all. Guess it creates more demand for dilithium, though. Price of that is starting to go up a little on Earth. Looks like it was $24, now it's $35. It's making a little more money. Looks like the population is decreasing of the solar system, probably because of colonists being sent out. Something. Weapons being sent from Luna. The security station. Food. Water. More weapons. Used from Callisto. Oh. AI is doing a decent job of servicing this little colony. I don't think it's going to go under, so... Time for a large office. Just not to get it sent to the bottom of the list. Some maintenance hangars. Especially because this place is super remote. So if I have interstellar ships, if they're more than halfway between from Earth to here, or on the way back, these would be the closest hangars, so it's more than I'll probably ever need, but shuttle services, I like to build them because they're always pay for themselves eventually. Turnaround time, less need of gates. I'll upgrade the spaceport and improve my rep, and the gate isn't that expensive. It's worth noting I can actually build ships in this system myself. If there was another planet like Montaka 2 was colonized. Set up some manufacturing Montaka 2 to make use of the raw materials or rare resources here. Like a machinery or consumer goods factory. Don't have the tech to subsidize a colony there, though. One might eventually get built. Spaceport also reduces fuel costs for ships, so it'll help AI just a little, not go bankrupt, maybe. Or to build bigger ships, since it often doesn't upgrade the spaceports in advance to do that. And with a small investment in that colony, actually less than if I found the colony itself, and it'd be a long time to come back to it. Reputation should be slowly improving now. Yep, very slowly. I do have warp theory, so sometimes you can actually build intra-system ships in the Earth system and send them to other interstellar colonies. Though it can get bugged if they break down the way there. So it's not necessarily the best idea. They'll warp, but then if they get broken down, even when they repair, they'll not continue their warp. It's a bug. Alright, Celia's Secondus 2. What's here that they want? Stellarium. Build an office because the AI seems to be doing a decent job servicing their colonies. sheds and shell services in, so they're near top of the list. It's just a thing I like to do, and I'll upgrade the spaceport just for them. Mostly sitting on just waiting for tech. Yeah, grab cargo protocols now. I'll do it's a smaller investment, while cargo efficiency might make more sense. I'd have to retrofit all my ships with more cargo to actually utilize it. It's not instantly valuable, and I don't really have the money to retrofit my whole fleet or want to bother just yet. Plus, I'm probably going to put research points into warp tech soon. So rather than spend a larger amount on cargo protocols. Transport is upgrading their offices some more. Glad I didn't like drive them out of business or something. It'd be a hassle to service all these colonies, or I suppose they're out of business. No new colonies have been found except the ones I do, though. Probably wouldn't have gone out of business though before setting up annoying interstellar colonies that would constantly end up in famines and stuff without them servicing them. Population of the system is stagnant, probably because there's colonists going out to other star systems now. New little outposts of humanity. Gosh, the number of drones crisscrossing the system, it's something, I have to say. I'm actually making a profit on the side of Callista route, surprisingly, even though very low volumes. Rares one way, occasional bit of food the other if there's any food to spare. Or any demand for it. Let's see. Oh, Io's got no remaining food demand. Wonder what's must be being serviced by either the Europa hub or the AI sending drones around. Well, no, the AI won't send drones if demand's that low, so it's got to be. Nor will my hub. I don't know. Maybe deliver and distribute actually works to send. Let's take a look at this. Wait for a ship to come into Europa. Actually, that might be a while. Here's a geo. Carrying a load of food and water. After which, food out to Ganymede. Ship returning. I guess most of the food's still getting used locally in Europe, but there isn't that much surplus coming in to distribute. Surprising. Guess it's a large distance. Another G heel on the route. Another colony? It's getting a little irritating. Pirates intact. A Centauri rocket. So in interstellar space. There's interstellar space pirates now. The thought system, wait, they really are colonies in places way out in the boonies, nowhere near Earth. Big interstellar distances. Right. Our ship's Earth Europa. If we don't transport enough stuff out, there won't be any surplus to distribute. It all gets used on. So it services the whole system, really. And Ganymede's almost done with needing machinery. Io still needs a bit. Quisto is fully developed. As is Mercury. Separate level 1 research station there. No more because they don't have the money and it's less cost effective. I saw a ship getting repaired. Just noticed there was a little repair wrench on the ship. It's been a while since I looked at the Earthquester route. Water, goods, and passengers, right? And transport. Mostly goods. There's not much on demand for those. Guess I can set up a water hauler now. Let's see. Got lots of ships at 12 passengers, and they're actually filling up. It's a lot of passenger volume. So I'll do 15 passengers. 165 water. Yeah, should always have a little for goods. That make that 16 passengers. 6 consumer goods. does everyone want to go move to Ganymede? Weird. It's the most habitable, I guess. Almost fully developed. Titanium upgrade security station. I think it was small, now it's large, which should have larger storage capacity so it can store for longer and such. Less likely to close down in the future, probably. Tiny decrease in food production on Mars. Still running a surplus. Irrelevant. The medicine stockpile depleted on Mintaka 2A. Darn it. That's a problem. Only hold 2 at a time, so the AI probably didn't think it was worth. So that stockpile size will go up. Is this in colonists like these? Population is still increasing even despite the lack of medicine. So they have food and water. Oop, just trying to open. Not just open the menu, buddy. Hey. Alright, this is now a large security station in Titania. Excuse me. Goodness, my irritation is in the dumps on train. Because I did nothing but put an office there, which at least slows the bleeding, so to speak. Salmon. Titania train, it's all. Gonna have to subservice them eventually. New colony. Time for an office. Maintenance hangars. Shuttle services. It's one less thing to worry about later. I'll have to dip my toes into interstellar stuff soon. start taking up. Now, I'm definitely not building any of these WA ones, but maybe when I get to the WC ones, it'll be cost effective. As those colonies grow, should start down the line of interstellar ships. I can now build Centauri rockets and Gorman Star Chasers, but those are the. I'll show you guys. Gorman Star Chaser is fast, but it's the first warp interstellar capable reusable ship. Small cargo capacity, poor deadlift, and fuel efficiency. Deterioration 0.41%. To Doing, it's 0.17. The Bayowamu KH1, it's 0.04. Space Bus and Doing both come with the same tech node, I believe. Anyways, and then the Cigar also 0.04, but more fuel efficient and faster in interstellar space. And actually in the system too. So yeah, you steadily work your way up to better ships as you tech up. These B1s stuff, they're decent. I wouldn't bother with Gorman Star Chaser, but these work okay for the small little colonies, but as they grow and stuff. Since I'm not actually established operations interstellar yet, I might just wait for the B1, WBA1. Anyways, really no gate on Callisto? They have like a zillion gates there. One. No. Like 3. Alright, one more gate in Callisto. Since I do have an intra-system route between Io and Callisto, right? Yeah. So it is putting a lot of strain on the gate, I guess. Whereas Io has 2 gates. Actually, only 1 ship that comes in and out yet right now, but that'll improve in the future. I think I upgrade the gate to improve my reputation, which has been steadily increasing as I've provided service. Yeah, it is slowly increasing. It still needs more water, though. Alright, well this has gone long enough. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. See, that was the SP. That's the SP2. I think they're both synchronized now. Wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Till next time, this is Northstar. Adieu.